the president says that he wants to let the tax cuts, the Trump tax cuts, expire. If that law expires, it does raise taxes on almost every American. So does he still support that expiring without anything else in place?
So look, as you said, the president is going to is going to let the Trump tax cut expire, and he was very clear. But he will not raise taxes on anyone making less than $400,000 a year.
So, in the president's remarks yesterday, he's talking about Islamophobia on campuses.
Yeah.
Lately, we've been seeing a lot of vile anti-Semitic rhetoric on campuses. Does he think Islamophobia is just as big of a problem on campus as anti-Semitism?
We have seen the anti-Semitism, and we have called that out over and over and over again. And we've seen a spike in anti-Semitism. The president has been very forceful about that. He talked about his plan to counter anti-Semitism. He had an opportunity as he's talking to the country, the world really, on what has been happening across the country on college campuses, to call out anti-Semitism, to say that Americans have the right to peacefully protest. And we also have to call out all forms of hate. I believe, and I hope you would agree, Peter, that's an important thing for this president to do, if he has the opportunity to do that. When the president speaks, people listen.
The White House brought on a new border person, Blas Nunez Neto. Does that give any indications of urgency, speed of the executive order that the president has been considering?
So look, we look forward to the DHS Assistant Secretary joining the White House and continuing his work in implementing the administration's vision across the border security and immigration spaces. Don't have anything new to read out on any new announcements, but look, this is an administration that is committed to fixing the broken immigration system. On his first day of this administration, the first piece of legislation that he put forward was a comprehensive piece of legislation to deal with the broken system, to deal with what we're seeing with at the border.
The recipients today of the Presidential Medal of Freedom will be Congressman Jim Clyburn. He had some comments earlier today where he agreed with Senator Bernie Sanders' assertion that the Israel-Hamas war could be President Biden's Vietnam. What's your response to that?
So, and a couple of things that, I did think through on those, on this, knowing we probably get this particular question. Look, Joe Biden ended the longest war in American history and just succeeded in convincing both parties in Congress to make crucial investments in our national security. You heard him say yesterday, he reiterated values that being us together, we have the right to dissent, right? But it must be peaceful. It must be peaceful, and anti-Semitism is horrid. It is hate speech, and we should treat it as hate speech. And there is overwhelming support for his agenda, whether it's having, rich special interests pay their fair share. If you think about what the president's been fighting for, especially dealing with Congress, making sure that the billionaires and corporations pay their fair share, and making sure that we're building an economy that helps everyone, that doesn't leave anyone behind. And so you've heard him talk about that, beating big pharma, lowering healthcare costs, making sure that we move forward with his student debt relief. And so those are things that the president and those agendas are incredibly popular. And so he's going to continue to do that work. And obviously, Congressman Clyburn is someone that he truly respects. We all respect.